at Frog, it's across industries. They have, because it's an agency, a lot of the actual work that they're doing at the end is a lot of slide deck design as well. The project that I joined for Mayo Clinic, it was near the end of whatever team was working on that project. So I did a lot of due diligence research on competitors for whatever concepts they were redesigning for Mayo Clinic. And I was able to see how thorough they were with their user research. Like they will often go to the client site, spend 2 weeks in the field doing research, and then creating journey maps. Like there's like 4 different phases where they're creating large slide decks and then giving that's how they present their solution to the client. So I was able to see the difference in the kind of design work as well. So the Frog project involved designing a personal AI, historian AI for aging seniors. And the prompt that they gave us was just to design a robot to help aging seniors. So it was very broad, but the constraint was that it had to be a robot or AI in some way. And this project was the intern project. So at Frog, they made us do client work, which was, for me, it was the Mayo Clinic work where I was on a team with other designers, but at the same time, they also had us working on a intern project with the other interns. So Frog hires 1 intern from each design discipline, which would be visual design, interaction design, and then industrial design, as well as an MBA intern. And all of the interns are supposed to work together on this project. And we only split off into our own disciplines at the very end when we were doing high fidelity work. So this project was really interesting because we got to interview seniors. We even got to go to seniors' homes. A lot of them were like parents of Frog employees, but we did also find people like in the cafe next to Frog's office and asked if we could like see where they live, like so we could get a greater picture of like the problems that they face in their day-to-day lives. So yeah, so the prompt that we received was design a robot or system of robots to improve the emotional well-being of, we decided to add emotional well-being of independent seniors who are aging in place. The robot should fit beautifully into the home environment and empower them to address an issue they are facing. So as I mentioned previously, Frog places a heavy emphasis on in the field user research. And so we were able to interview 10 seniors. This is a picture of when we were interviewing seniors like in someone's garden. And so, yeah, it was very cool getting to do like research to that depth. Usually I've only been able to participate in like the evaluative, like usability testing type of research at companies. So here doing generative research like in seniors' homes was just like a new experience for me. And then after that, we went to concepting. Frog, again, really likes getting all designers involved, like all the designers in the studio involved in projects. So we had to plan a concepting brainstorm session and invite all of the designers and PMs there to come brainstorm with us. So that's what you see here. Like we stuck everyone's ideas like on blackboards, and then from there we were able to pare down which ones we would be moving, what concepts we should move forward with, and like combine different ideas that people had together. And Frog also really emphasizes storytelling. The industrial design intern was super good at sketching, and so she was able to illustrate our different robot concepts that we had come up with. And then once we had our concept of designing a personal historian AI to preserve the stories and memories of their lives and have that be passed on to their friends and family, that's when we ended up splitting into our different disciplines and focusing on that work. So I was coming up with the layout for the web portion of our solution, and I had to like sketch that out. Meanwhile, the visual design intern was coming up with mood boards and selecting the color and typography that we would be using throughout. And then the industrial design intern was sketching sketching out the form of what our robot or like device would be, what form it would have. And then all of those pieces came together. And after I was done with like mid-fidelity, like layout prototyping, the visual design intern applied her her styling to my designs. I also had to do some brief character design. So this was a taste of what voice UI design is kind of like designing the personality of our AI um, by looking at what the character would say and what they wouldn't say. It's kind of defining the personality of our AI. And um, I know that the Alexa team sorry, Alexa may start talking, but the Alexa team at Amazon, they also have a personality team where they're probably doing similar work to this. But this sort of work, Frog has done it as well for designing chatbots.
Right.
So they designed the Charlie like financial tool chatbot. So that's kind of where I got the basis for how this work is done. And then in our final deliverable, as you can see here, there's the web portion and then product as well that the senior would hold and record their stories with. So yeah, that's the Frog project.